everybody? We are back at Around the Mat Pod. I am your host, PJ North, and it's another week. It's week 21, and it's an exciting week because it is All Elite Wrestling's Forbidden Door, so we're going to talk about that. But if you're watching live on Twitch, thank you so much, man. We appreciate y'all for joining us. If you're listening live or watching live on YouTube the next day, thank you guys, man. Hit that like and subscribe button. Leave us a comment. Comment on the trivia, on the topics we're talking about. I want to know your feedback, man. We love that stuff. So thank you guys for joining us, and thank you for subscribing if you already have. If you're listening live on Hulu, if you're listening live on Spotify or iTunes, thank you guys so much, man. Don't forget to leave us a review, 5-star or 1-star, whichever you prefer. And don't forget to follow us on all the socials, man, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook. We're everywhere, posting all the time, Twitter especially, because we're constantly in the community there, on the wrestling community, so don't forget to join us there. But with all that being said, it is week 21, and let's get into it as we go around the mat with my homies. In the bottom left, it is BigTankk, Tancredi. Tank, my man, how's it going, baby?
What's going on?
How you feeling today?
Feeling all elite.
I love that. In the bottom right, he's back again. Elegant illustrations himself, Tyler Miller. Tyler, what's good, baby?
Not a whole lot, PJ. Appreciate you having me back on.
Man.
Last time it was a singles match, so
we're going to
cool.
Man. We're going triple threat here today as well, and I love that. So we're gonna chop it up, man. All things wrestling as always. First up is the headlines. And as the headline reads, this week we got some exciting news. But before I do that, let me kick off the correct timer here. First up, feast your eyes on a free agent. Today, Dijak announced that he is no longer with WWE as of tonight at midnight. Pretty wild, man. Whether you know him as Donovan Dijak or T-Bar or Dijakovic or all of his names. Donovan Dijak, man. Tank, what are your thoughts? I'm going to give my thoughts second, but Tank, what are your thoughts on Dijak, man, being a free agent, dude?
I love him, man. That guy, so much potential. I mean, you saw it in NXT.
Oh, yeah.
He was just always killing it over there.
He's
I mean,
just
they brought
got
him
strapped
up.
with the worst gimmicks.
Yeah, man.
I mean, honestly, dude, he was
just
great. Dude, when he started, right? I mean, they strapped him with a full name change when it just felt like that was like he never could get it started, right?
Yeah, he just couldn't. He couldn't catch momentum, and I mean, I think he really was catching it in NXT.
Dude, I thought the feud with Joe Gacy was awesome. The
Yeah,
stuff he was
I
doing,
mean,
yeah.
Wesley. I mean, it was some good stuff, but
Yeah.
I think he fits the mold of AEW a lot better. I think
Dude, he's a better Luchasaurus. If I'm being honest,
he really is.
Luchasaurus is like that tall. They don't really like the two big guys they have are Bill and Luchasaurus, right? I mean, Satnam's not really, you know what I'm saying, but like guys that can actually go that are big. Donovan, Dijak is that guy. I'm excited.
Don't sleep on Satnam. He had 2 matches with the Dragon.
He also had matches in Mexico. But Tyler, what are your thoughts, man? Dijak's a free agent.
I think it's going to be pretty cool. Honestly, I thought he was going to be one of those guys that was, of course, a main roster guy. I didn't think why would you let that go?
I agree.
But like you guys said, he was definitely gaining some momentum. Not really sure what happened there.
They drafted him.
That's what I'm saying.
He never even showed up.
Never even showed up. His letter today was really crazy too, because he was like, he was just straight up called it out. He's like, look, I have an agent. They never got back with us. We never had a conversation. They told me I was doing great. Turns out I wasn't, or what. But again, also, like, he's an aging guy. It's not like he's been there for years, right? The fact that he's been through that many shitty gimmicks and still there speaks volumes to his. It's a testament of his, abilities. He's done a great job on the microphone, and he's managed to be strapped with terrible gimmicks and still make it happen. So I'm excited to see. But over, under, or what are the odds that he comes out on Sunday at Forbidden Door? Tyler, what are your thoughts? Is he coming out on yes or no?
I'd say the odds are pretty high.
Okay. Tank, what about you?
I'd say the odds are pretty high. I'm curious to see what he does first.
Yeah, man, I don't know what he does. I'm excited to see if he comes out, or maybe he plays it slow and he does the indie thing for a little while and figures out what he wants to do. I don't know. We'll see. Big
Dude,
big vibes with Dijak.
I'd love it if he became part of Chris Jericho's thing.
God, I can't
They
know.
give him the oak or
They
something. Like
strap
it would be
they
great.
just strap him with another terrible gimmick, and he's just like,
Say it
God, curse.
right off the bat.
Hey man, we'd love to have you here, but you have to go out there with Chris Jericho. Crazy.
It's a rite of passage.
It really is. All right, another top tier Raw, because we're not going to spend too much time this week talking about WWE stuff. We are going to a little bit, but top tier Raw again. First thing that pops off the page is the Wyatt Six thing, man. I'm telling you, as I said last week on the pod, Bo was the weak link. This week they were like, hammer the Bo thing, and I thought it was really cool. I love how Twitter investigates these things, right? Because I saw somebody post like you could see that they were doing the interview in the Firefly Funhouse, which was kind of a cool callback. So I'm like, damn, okay, they really the subtleties of this whole thing. Who's ever producing it's doing an exceptional job. And just overall, man, Raw has been banging, man. Like I said, I don't love the women's tag team thing, but otherwise, I thought it was really great Raw. I'm excited to see. I hope that Gable and gets the Creed brothers and they just go full American Alpha. We'll see what happens. Tyler, what are your thoughts on top tier Raw or no?
Absolutely. Yeah, the past two Raws I would say have been the best that I can remember within years. Like you mentioned, the only thing I really wasn't too big on was the women tag team. But other than that, literally, it made you not want to change the channel.
Agreed.
Honestly, you wanted to see, what was happening next with everybody, not just a certain couple of people. And it's also they're playing like, especially the Liv Morgan thing. They're playing that all the way throughout the show.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad you
leaving
said
some.
that, man. That was the only thing and I said this in the chat. Like the Liv Morgan Zelina Vega thing was hot garbage when they were in there together, but then Dom kind of
Right.
came and saved it, and Ray and the whole thing, and I thought that was really good too. I mean, I just the Zelina Vega and Liv. I was like, "Ooh, this is terrible," but they redeemed themselves. Tank, what about you, man? What were your thoughts on Raw?
Um, like Tyler said, it's the last two have been like fantastic. I mean, I don't remember a time where I watched Raw all the way through and
Yeah.
didn't want to change the channel.
I agree, man. I watched the whole and I caught up. Right, I fast forward through some stuff, but I was like, "Damn, this is so good." I'm like, I can't even skip a lot of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Crazy.
I usually fast forward a lot of segments on Raw to
Yeah, you
get to.
skip stuff, but they've been doing such a great job, man. The past, I mean, overarching, it's just been getting better and better and better. But the last 2 weeks alone, you're like, fuck, this is so good.
Yeah.
I even the one thing we don't talk about, Michael Cole. Michael Cole carried the whole thing for 2 hours by himself. That was exceptional. I was like, damn. And then you found out why Pat wasn't there, which was sad deal for him. But Michael Cole delivered. Other than him calling it a VHS machine instead of a VCR. And I was like, dude, you grew up on VCRs. How do you not know what word it is?
Exactly. The cool thing is about Michael Cole is you can really tell that he's had the reins kind of lifted off, and he's showing a lot more of what Michael Cole seemed to be when he first started.
Agreed. I think he's done a great job. I thought it was exceptional. Yeah, man, really great. Top tier Raw, doing it. All right, here's the big one though. Shane McMahon at All Elite. What do we really think? Tank, what are your thoughts? What do you really think is going to happen, man? Is Shane McMahon?
I mean, I genuinely want to see him at Forbidden Door. I mean, they planted the idea in my head, and I'm for it. It works for me.
I just can't.
I mean, do you know, like that would be.
He'd have to really.
Like, I don't even know.
I mean, he'd have to really, really, really be in a bad spot, family wise, or a bad. It would really have to be that tumultuous with that family. And I know it is, right? Everything with Vince and everything with Shane and everything with Triple H and Stephanie and all. But, like, you'd have to really be, like, to that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go to family Christmas. There's no Thanksgiving dinner, dog.
He probably hasn't been there in years.
That's what I'm saying. Potentially, I don't know what happens, man. Tyler, what about you? What are your thoughts on Shane McMahon? Is he All Elite or what?
I have no clue. Honestly, I think that if he shows up in AEW in any form, whether it be in-person vignette, anything, that's going to be like probably one of the biggest days in wrestling history, just because of a McMahon.
Bro, do they go over? Do they go 1.1 million? I mean, if he shows up at Forbidden Door, Dynamite goes over a milli easy, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think so.
Right? I mean, that's all anybody wants to talk about right now is ratings and all that. And I don't care, right? We talked about last week was terrible for them. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. But, man, if Shane McMahon shows up, they got to go over a milli easy, right?
Absolutely. I would always joke with my brother, like, dude, especially since Vince is out now, I was like, what would happen if there was a McMahon, either or, that showed up on that show?
I mean, Tank, what do you think Fred's opinion? What do you think Fred would do if Shane McMahon showed up?
He might crucify him. I don't even know.
When Ed showed up, he had a full-on meltdown.
He lost it. I mean, I'm all for these guys coming over. It's like seeing Edge. You could just see that he's like enjoying everything that he's doing.
He's having the last moments of his career, right?
Dude, he's out there having like 6-man tags on a pay-per-view. He's just like, you could just tell he's having fun.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting paid and they're doing the indie thing. It's like all these guys who get to reinvent themselves in the indies, right? Cardona, and you see guys who get released and have a resurgence. The ECW guys from back in the day, all of these guys that go on the indies, but instead they're getting paid like they're at a real Fed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just that opportunity didn't exist previously. TNA was cool, but like they weren't getting paid like they're getting paid in AEW. I don't care what anybody says, right? And so I don't know, man. I'm excited. But if Shane comes back and jumps off a Titantron or some shit, I'm into it. We'll see.
Jumps off the tunnel.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. Crazy. All right, man. Those are the headlines. They read like the headlines. It was an exciting week in wrestling. We'll see what happens. But our first topic of the week, and then we're going to get into the AEW because we got a lot of AEW, as everybody knows. But the early predictions for Money in the Bank. Chad Gable qualifying. The women's Money in the Bank is looking stout. Like they're going to have some cool stuff going on. I'm interested to see what happens at Money in the Bank match-wise because we're getting the 6-man, right? So the 6-man tag, which is pretty cool. I thought that was a good thing. Bloodline versus Owens, Orton, and Cody. That should be pretty cool. Fatu debuting, which adds a little bit of layer to that whole thing, which was cool. I'm interested to see what happens. I just don't know what's going to happen. The one thing I think is weird is why did they take the titles off of R-Truth and them and Miz? I think they're going to fight at Money in the Bank again, right? I think they're going to have another tag match. Maybe. I don't know. I'm interested to see, though. Money in the Bank in Toronto is going to be pretty cool. But who's your early prediction to win, Tank? Or what are your thoughts overall, early predictions at Money in the Bank?
You know who I'm going to pick for the men's, right?
Oh God, if Gable doesn't win, I swear, we riot.
Give it to Gable. My women's pick, you might be surprised. I want Chelsea Green to win it.
Dude, I think we all do. I think she's done such an exceptional job, and she hasn't really got to showcase but like a few minutes a week. Like she doesn't get like it would be. She deserves a women's title too. She can go better than a lot of them too.
I'm kind of hoping they do the whole like Otis thing where they like drop the briefcase and she just kind of catches it.
And she's like there. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd
so
be cool.
like I just think that would be like a great moment. I don't know.
I really want Gable to win. My concern is that Jey Uso may win.
I think Jey Uso may win too, but I mean, what's the play? I mean, if he wins it, is he going to win the title? Like, I just don't.
Yeah, he may be one of the few that don't win it, right? But I don't. Yeah. Triple H does such a good job with long-term storytelling that's like I just don't see that they have somebody lose or have somebody win it and then lose with it, right? I think they're building somebody. I just don't know who might build. Tyler, what about you, man? What are your early predictions?
I'm thinking, like you guys said, either Uso or Gable. I think it personally should be Gable. I mean, his momentum. I mean, where does the momentum continue to go? You know, if you don't eventually put something on him, that I feel like it's going to eventually die down, slow down, and they might miss their chance.
I think they're going to miss it I think they've already missed it multiple times. But the Otis thing, they've got a lot of storylines going, so I trust how it's going. But I do think I'm always afraid that they're going to miss the boat, right? We're always afraid. I mean, we thought we missed the boat with taking the belt off of Roman, and then they managed to turn that ship around. So I don't know. I'm interested to see too. I just
Yeah,
don't.
and I think that's something that Triple H does well, very, very well.
Yeah,
Is that, like you said, long term storytelling, putting everything into place, and
yeah.
the payoff's usually really well. At least it has been so far.
Who's qualified from SmackDown?
Um,
Not AJ, right?
Andrade, I
Andrade.
think.
Yeah,
So just Andrade. Okay.
Oh, Carmelo.
Oh, Carmelo Hayes did. Okay.
yeah, and I don't. I mean, I think he'll definitely
He's gonna have
show
a
out.
yeah. He's gonna have a match. He'll be in it, but he won't win it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but I think he will put on a hell of a performance,
Do we
knowing
think
him.
Braun Breaker wins the IC title?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think
I think they
honestly, I
have
mean,
to because I don't think they
big
can put him in the.
on
Obviously, they're not putting him in the Money in the Bank. I think he wins the Intercontinental title and carries it and just beats the brakes off of everybody because they're obviously building him as a monster, right? Very similar to the Goldberg thing, right? They had him win the U.S. title. I think it's a very similar path that their trajectory that he's on right now is really in that realm of type of thing.
yeah.
I could do without Ludwig Kaiser anymore too. So I don't know. I do think, like I said, I hope that he
We were
wins.
taking that rub from the Undertaker a little too serious on Van Vliet's pod.
Yeah.
Um, he was talking about how Ludwig's gonna, be a good heel, and he's got a punchable face, and I think they
Yeah,
were
he
taking that.
does, and he's going to take that L every time, and he might still get over, but I don't know, man. I'm over that. He looks like a uh, a grasshopper or a praying mantis is what I said. He looks like a praying mantis. I don't know why I just gave myself points. That was Tyler's point. I don't know why I gave myself points. So I take that you laugh at this. I was watching I've been watching Around the Horn. Obviously, right? This is where I got the idea from. I loved Around the Horn back in the day. The new show is a lot different than it has been. He just kind of stands at the podium and gives out points, right? And he doesn't get points because he's not giving his feedback. But in my mind, I was like, oh, I can't do that because we don't have 4 people. But it would be really cool as if I could do that and make that happen. I always thought that was really neat. And so earlier this week, he just was like adding points to this one person. The girl had like I think it was Emily Kaplan. She had like 40 points, and everybody else had like 12. And I was like, did he give her like a immediate boost? I was confused what happened. That's what just transpired here. I was like, let me give myself some points. That's not how this works. All right. Well, with that being said, early Money in the Bank next week. We'll do a pick 'em here with some folks on Money in the Bank. But what we all came for. But before we get into it, who's got their AEW shirt on? I've got my barbed wire deathmatch shirt on. My man Tank's got his Hangman shirt on.
By the way, I think this is the wild card in the Owen Cup.
And is that an MDK shirt? Okay, all
That's
F
sick.
and MDK. Man, all right. We're really. I'm sorry. What did you say, Tank?
This is my pick for the wild card in the Owen.
Oh, okay. That's who it's going to be. You think?
Mm.
I really do hope that Jeff Jarrett wins, though.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, Jeff Jarrett's
they got a lot of stories going on for that.
They really do, and I think that's how they've done a good job of like tying it in because. Look, everybody says it's random and it's a random match, but I'm like, I don't think they're actually watching to see how it's not random. You know what I mean? Like people that are commenting and shitting on things, obviously, right? It's whatever. But let me pull up the AEW Forbidden Door card so we can go through.
It's a long one.
Oh well, we're not going to go through all of them, obviously, but I did put 5 minutes on it just because that's just kind of how it works. So let's take a gander here as we go down through it, and we'll start with. We're obviously not going to start with the main one, so let's go through Zack Sabre and Orange Cassidy. Tank, what are your thoughts? Who you think's going to win?
Orange. To me, Orange doesn't need the win. I think they've been doing a good job building the story that he has like no friends and like that he
was quite
everything.
Literally though on Dynamite, terrible on commentary. I was like, please end this for me. This is so bad.
So I mean, I want to say Zack Sabre, but
yeah, obviously Orange Cassidy's going.
It could be Cassidy.
I would love Zack Sabre to go over. I think Zack's a stud, but yeah, I think I'm going Cassidy as well. Tyler, what about you, man?
I think Zach might win it. I think with the storylines going on, I think somebody might cost cost Orange Cassidy.
Sure.
And honestly, I think that it could be in contender for match of the night. They're two really, really, really good wrestlers. So
Okay. Wait, he's going out here with I love that. Throwing the deep bomb early. All right. Let me go to the next one here. Owen Hart Cup tournament match. Danielson versus Shingo Takagi. I love Shingo. I thought his presentation was really cool. I think his run as New Japan IWGP champion was unfortunately cut short. He just didn't get a really good run at it. He also was straddled with that terrible title belt that they have now. It's awful. But Takagi versus Danielson, obviously I think Danielson's going to win because I don't think Takagi will stay in the States long enough to win the title. Tyler, who you picking?
I agree with you. I think Danielson's definitely going to win. I think he's getting close. I guess from what he said, what was a year or so back about putting it up soon. I think they're going to push him forward in the tournament.
Okay. All right. What about you, BigTankk?
Well, my whole idea is I honestly think he's probably going to win it all. I think
Sure.
you have them two go at it at All In. I think you give Danielson the title at All In, and then if you're doing Wrestle Dream in Seattle, you do the rematch.
Yeah, that would be
And then
sick.
I heard that's when he wanted to hang it up was Wrestle Dream, so it makes the most sense to me.
And they're having it in Seattle, right?
They did last year. I
Yeah.
don't know if
I
they're
don't know if
doing
they're
it
doing it.
again.
Okay.
I think so though, probably.
That'd be sick. All right. Good one. MJF versus Hechicero. My question is, before we ask you pick him, do we think MJF... Obviously, I think MJF has creative control. I think that was part of his contract deal, where he's like, hey, like at least let me have a say in it. Him versus Hechicero. Wild. Tank, who are you picking?
MJF.
Right,
I mean,
obviously.
Hechicero has been great. He's probably one of maybe the only people on the CMLL side that I actually like give a shit about. It's really hard to get into those guys just because
Yeah.
they're not really well known. But he's been one that stood out to me.
Yeah, they don't get a great American response like New Japan guys do, in my opinion, right?
Mm.
Um, I don't know, the CMLL thing I really liked. I love Lucha Libre stuff when I see it in clips. It's hard. I tried to watch, and I'll tell you this: I tried to watch Triple Mania the other night, and I was like, I can't do it. I tried, and I can't do it. It's just not produced very well, and I don't think I think the matches are weird, but I do love the clips online, and I follow a lot of the lucha stuff online, like Lucha Blog and Strong Style Lucha, and some other people that are on Twitter. They do a great job. Roy Lucier, they do a great job like making it chewable, so I know who all those guys are, which is cool, and that's really what I want, right? They do a good job kind of giving you information about that. So yeah, man, obviously MJF. Tyler, thoughts?
Yeah, I think MJF's definitely going to win. Of course, I know they're it's Forbidden Door, so they're pulling all different types of
Yeah,
companies
which is
together.
cool.
But
Yeah. And that's what this is
yeah,
supposed to be, right? Like, that's the thing, man.
absolutely.
That's what this is supposed to be. WCW did it back in the day with Starcade, where they had New Japan versus WCW. That's what this is, right? Without taking away from another major pay-per-view of theirs, they do a great job bringing these guys in, and it's cool because the matches are fucking awesome. And that's all
Yeah,
that really fucking matters to me on a
absolutely.
pay-per-view. Like, it's cool. So, but yeah, I agree. All right, MJF. All right, big one. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match. Tetsuya Naito versus John Moxley. Man, what a wild match. Tyler, who are you picking?
I'm gonna go Naito. I think
Okay.
he might take the belt back to Japan with him.
Yeah,
Moxley, he's back and forth, all the time anyway. So it might be, like a rematch down the road type thing. But I think
sure.
Naito takes it.
Yeah, I mean, I would pick Moxley, but only if he wears his shooter pants. Those pants that he wears now are god awful. He just looks. When he first went to New Japan, he used to wear those shooter pants, the shooter, like the biker shorts things, and he looked the part. I hate these cargo pants so much, so I'm out on that. I'm going Naito. BigTankk, who you picking?
This is actually going to be the first time I've ever seen Naito, but
What,
yeah,
bro?
He's good.
Bro, Naito, man, is my fucking guy. When he was Naito 2 belts, he had the Intercontinental title and the IWGP World Heavyweight title. Dude, Los Ingobernables de Japón. That's why I was so mad last night. That's why I asked in the chat to Mario, how can you listen to Justin Roberts? Bro, he was like, Los Ingobernables de Japón. I was like, I would have stopped right there on the ramp and been like, run that shit back, because that was God. Try again.
Samantha Urban would never.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I was like, I can't. But anyways, yeah, dude, Naito's fucking awesome. His presentation's really cool. Sorry, so Tank, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I honestly think it could go either way.
Okay.
But I think Naito probably makes the most sense.
Like Tyler said, man, I just think, Moxley can go back and forth. Naito's not staying over here. So, but yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Here, honestly, this next one is the big one. This is what we're all excited about. Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa.
Hell yeah.
Oh man,
dude, I hope Tony Khan signs her immediately.
She's already all elite, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. She's
so.
a really, really good storyteller from a Japanese, from a Joshi perspective. She does a great job overall. I haven't seen a ton of her matches. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and lie about that, but I have seen her wrestle on Twitter, and it's cool, man. A lot of the stuff they do. So, are you picking Toni Storm or Mina?
It's probably going to be Toni Storm.
Okay. What about you, Tyler?
I'm going to do Toni Storm as well. Yeah, I think, but Mina's awesome. The first time I've been watching a lot of RJ City's interviews, the
AEW.
Dude, that is so good. I don't like RJ City, but that part of it, the EU thing, is awesome.
Yeah, it's absolutely hilarious, honestly. And she was on there just recently, and it was hilarious. So I think if she is on TV every week, I think it'd be a big addition to AEW's women roster, especially as far as like storytelling and storylines go.
Okay.
So my idea, I'm thinking, every pay-per-view now, I just always say, this is when Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter are going to come back. I've been saying it every pay-per-view since probably since World's End. I've been saying it. Because it's like, they're going to get me. Because then the one time I say it's not going to happen, it's going to happen. Yeah. But I think they come back, and then, you have Mariah win the Owen and go to All In.
Okay. I like that. All right. We're going to pick the other women's title match, too. This, I think, is going to be cool, man. Mercedes Moné versus Stephanie Vaquer. I think it's going to be awesome because I think that's a cool matchup. I'm going to go Mercedes, and I think this is where they insert Britt Baker.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Is it still title for title?
It's title versus title, yep.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely Mercedes is taking it.
Yeah. That's why I think Britt's coming back. But Stephanie's a banger, man. She can go, too. I've seen a lot of her stuff on Twitter and on YouTube. So a lot of
Pretty sure he said he wanted her at Wrestle Dream.
Yeah. What about you, Tyler? Who are you picking there? Mercedes or Stephanie?
Mercedes, I think, is definitely going to take it. Tony Khan, well, as he should be. He's pretty high up on her right now. I've been seeing a lot of him talking about,
Yeah, he said they have the best women's division in wrestling.
Yeah, that type of stuff. And, to try to prove that, he's going to, I feel like, put another belt on Mercedes.
Yeah, okay. I'll tell you, I did forget to actually pick Mina Shirakawa versus Toni Storm. I'm actually picking Mina because I think they're looking for a leg up. And I think Mariah May turns on Toni and Mina wins. That's what I think happens. And then it builds. Mariah wins, Owen, then her and Toni at All Out. Or All In, sorry. Wembley.
But if Mina wins, then it's her versus Mina.
Yeah, but it could be triple threat. I don't know. They don't have to wrestle at All In, do they? If she wins at Owen?
That's what they...
Oh, that's what they already said. You're right. That's what they did say. They did say that. I'm sorry. Well, either way, it might be better. She may turn on Mina. I don't know. Either way, she's wrestling Toni Storm at All In.
Yeah.
One way or the other. All right. Ladder match. All In. Or TNT ladder match. I'm losing my mind. Caught me off guard. Takeshita, Briscoe, Perry, Martin, Rush versus TBD. Who we picking? Tank?
This is the day. This is the day Takeshita is finally going to get a title.
Hell yeah. You know what? I'm going to go with you too, man, because I think Takeshita deserves it. I don't care, man. I think he's criminally treated poorly so far. I just don't think they've done a good job with
I was so pissed at Dynasty when they had, or Double or Nothing, when they had him lose to Moxley. I was like, what was the point of this?
Yeah, I think that was a New Japan decision because I don't think they really care for Takeshita, unfortunately.
But then don't they have him in some kind of tournament in New Japan?
Have they announced the G1? Yeah, he's in the G1 now, right?
Yeah.
That was before.
So it's like...
Yeah, man, but the G1's tough. I don't know. There's so many people in the G1, too, because there's multiple blocks. So
I just thought, if you're going to make it an eliminator match, like that means Takeshita's winning. And I guess they wanted to go for they wanted to catch everyone off guard.
I agree.
To me, it would have made more sense to just make it a title match.
In the words of Vince Russo, bro. Tyler, what about you, man? Who you picking? Who's going to win the ladder match?
I'm thinking that I'm thinking Jack Perry will, for some odd reason.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that the cool thing is that it could be him, and it could also be the TBD.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It could also be Takeshita.
And it could also be Takeshita. So that's cool.
I think Briscoe's filler.
Yeah, I think Briscoe, Martin, and Rush are fillers.
Yeah, Martin.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I heard Leo's going to be on TV frequently, so maybe.
Bro, I don't know, man. He quits every other week.
Dude, remember when he was with Bobby Lashley? That was my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was
awesome. Really, really good with Lashley.
Hit him with your favorite pose. I used to crack up at that shit. No, he used to do the thing with his ass. He'd smack his ass.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh man, Leo, he's had a tough go of his career. Tough go of it there. All right, here's the one we all been waiting for, right? Swerve, whose house versus Will Ospreay. What a this just screams 12 stars. The way that they did it on Dynamite too, where he's like, you're touching my title, you get a knee shot, and you get a house call. I'm gonna go Swerve, but man, it's gonna be a banger. I'm excited. Tyler, what about you, man? Who you going, Swerve or Ospreay?
I'm going definitely going with Swerve. I don't think Ospreay is it title for title or is it just AEW?
It's just world title. That's why Ospreay said to Garcia, which was completely out of pocket. I thought at first. Then I realized MJF was there, like, okay, right?
That was kind of an awkward segment.
Until you gotta look. I'll be honest with you. The people on Twitter make Dynamite way better. The guys who are all elite fans on Twitter, they make it way better. They explain shit way better than the production team does in AEW. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And last night was one of those times. If you watch the stuff on Twitter, you're like, oh, okay. Makes sense. They do the call out with MJF and Ospreay, and I think that's why it was less awkward. But I agree with you, man. I do agree with you. So you're going, who are you picking?
Yeah, definitely going to say Swerve.
Okay.
I'm thinking Ospreay wins at Wembley. But like you said, it's going to be a hell of a match, though.
I agree. Tank, what about you?
I'm going Swerve. I think the end game is Swerve and Danielson, or you could do. I think because I think Danielson's winning the cup. I mean, I could also see Hangman winning the cup, and you finally kill off that feud. Because I've been saying for months, I think that should be the match. Because what's their record? Hangman and Swerve. Is it 3-0 or 2-0? I think Swerve won both or all three.
No, yeah, but Hangman won before, right? I'd have to look that one up. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good question.
I don't think Swerve has lost to Hangman, and I think that's why he turned heel.
Okay, I see where your head's at. Maybe that might be true.
Yeah, I don't know. I really want to see them finish off that feud, but I also
Yeah.
think Hangman's coming back to be in that blood and guts match. I think that's going to be the Elite's fifth member.
Oh, okay.
That would be
I'm
interesting to
gonna
have
miss blood.
Texas.
I'm gonna miss blood and guts too. I'm
I'm gonna miss it too. They're going to it. I can't even go.
yeah. The guys are coming down. The boys. It's in Nashville.
I'm bummed. I
Oh,
want to go to
shit.
Nashville.
Yeah. I'm upset. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be in. I've got to be in Michigan, the next day for a race to work. So unfortunately, I'm gonna miss it. It's gonna be cool. Be the first AEW in Nashville that I've missed. Very disappointed. I don't know. All right. Well, we're excited, man. Forbidden Door this Sunday. It's gonna be cool. I'm excited, man. Look. I don't think AEW's ever missed on a pay-per-view. They're long, but I don't think they've ever missed.
Even their bad ones are like
Really
middle of the
good.
road. Yeah, you know what I
Right,
mean?
shit. Just as we're like, the best part about this is as we go through them, I'm like, oh man, I don't know about Forbidden Door, and then I'm like, fuck, just the 5 matches we went over, are like 10 out of 10, awesome. I'm like, all right, I could skip the first hour. I'm going to the NASCAR race this weekend here in Nashville, so I may actually miss the first hour. So could be perfect timing.
I just need TK to make up for the shitty ladder match that I got at the one all out when the devil won. That ladder match was disgraceful. It was awful. I hated it.
I think he'll make up for it. Don't worry.
I think he will. I hope Dijak comes out and does like a Canadian destroyer off a ladder.
Damn, that would be sick. Shout out to Tank though, man. Tank will be there. Long Island boys
Hell yeah.
will be in the building. So shout out to them. Awesome. All right. Well, it's that time again. It is the randomizer. And this week on the randomizer, we're going to go, what makes a star bigger? In ring or out of ring? What makes a star bigger? Their in ring performance or their out of ring stuff? Tank, we'll start with you.
Um, I mean, I'm a little biased. I kind of like work rate more than I like out of
Yeah, but
ring
that's what makes
stuff.
it cool on the randomizer.
So I'm all like Will Ospreay. I had not seen a Will Ospreay match live until Takeshita and Ospreay at Revolution, and I was like, dude, this guy is just doing the craziest shit. And I was like, you know what? Like, he's not the best on the mic, but he's not the worst. I just think his in ring stuff makes up for what he lacks in his talking ability.
Okay.
But I don't think he's terrible at all. I just think his in ring is so much better than his talking.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. All right. Tyler, what about you? What makes a bigger star? In ring or out of ring?
I personally think it's more of an out of the ring, and I think there's a few reasons why. I feel like the characters and the story and the more so like acting part of it is what draws you in. Of course, the you put on a good wrestling match that's going to keep you engaged with it. And when you look over the span of professional wrestling, all of the huge major stars weren't really that good in the ring. I mean, you got Stone Cold, you got The Rock. The Rock was okay. You got Hogan. But they, of course, all knew how to tell a story with a match. But it was more so, I feel like, personally, like out of the ring promo type work.
Okay. All right. Here's my question, and here's how this all came about. Would Shawn Michaels be on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling if it wasn't for his ability in ring? And I'll tell you why I think that it would not be, and why I think in ring matters more, is because you have guys who become stars because of their out-of-ring thing, right? Their intro, their music, their catchphrase, all of that stuff. But they don't end up in the conversation of best of all time if they can't go in the ring. And I don't think there's been anybody who is the best in ring who you're like, damn, the guy can go, right? But can't go out of ring that you have the conversation of best of all time. I think it is a combination. However, I do think that in ring matters more. This is also why I asked this question when Fred and Miguel aren't here. So luckily for me, I get to say I think it matters more longevity, star-wise, being able to go in the ring. Triple H could go in the ring. The Rock could go in the ring. Stone Cold could go in the ring. Bret Hart could go in the ring. HBK could go in the ring. All those things matter, in my opinion. So I think that it matters more. I'm not saying that it doesn't matter if. I'm saying it matters more to being a star that you can go in the ring. So yeah, I don't know, man. I thought that was fun. I don't know, man. I thought it was interesting. Huh? Say that again.
That's it. That's an interesting thought, honestly.
Yeah, just like I said, man. I don't think HBK is a bigger star if he can't go in the ring. Same with
Kurt, what's crazy now?
Same with Kurt Angle.
Yeah, exactly. What's crazy now though is like it seems like mostly everybody can go really well in the ring, but there's that lack of, of course you got some guys that are decent with it, really
right,
good.
Exactly, and that's why they're not a star, right? Because they don't have that outside.
Absolutely.
Ospreay, to your point, Tank, right? Ospreay is a star, right? Outside the ring, he's got it. You could tell. He talks on the mic. He was great last night, right? There's a little part about it where you're like, okay. But he can go. And everybody's like, well, fuck. five stars. Same with MJF, man. Everybody says, man, MJF cuts it. He can do it on the mic. Can he? He's okay. He's pretty good. But in ring, that some bitch can tell a story. I'm here to tell you.
I think he's so much better as a heel.
Right. Well, yeah, 1,000%. Look,
Everybody's
right now he thinks he's a baby. Right now everybody's like, oh, he's a baby face. I don't think so. I don't know. It's been pretty cool.
I feel like his promos since he's been back have been kind of mid compared to
1,000% mid. I thought last night was like, I don't know.
Yeah, same.
Whatever. But like I said, man, when that bell goes, as they say, when they ring that bell, you got to be able to go. So yeah, man. Randomizer. Good times. All right. It's that time again. And you call yourself a fan. All right. This is one of my favorite things, especially because Fred's not here. Miguel's not here. Nick's not here. Y'all aren't even old enough to know about some of these questions.
Yeah, I don't know shit about a lot of these.
Oh, that's what makes it so fun. All right, I've pulled those. Pulled a card out. I haven't seen them. Don't know. And here it is. At WrestleMania 2, the former boxer in Mr. T's corner was. I'm gonna even help y'all out. I'm gonna start. The former boxer in Mr. T's corner was at WrestleMania 2 Buster Douglas? I don't know. Buster Douglas. That's what I'm going with. Tank, who you going with? WrestleMania 2.
I don't even. Sure, I'll go Buster Douglas.
Tyler, what about you?
I don't.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say Ali, but I know it's wrong.
You're gonna go Ali?
Yeah, because he was the ref at one of the first ones, I think.
We are all wrong. It is Smokin' Joe Frazier. That's okay though. We're getting started. There's 5 of these. At the 93 Survivor Series. 93 Survivor Series. First man eliminated from the All-Americans was Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, or The Undertaker. Tank?
I'm going to go Scott Steiner.
Tyler?
I'm going to do the other Steiner brother, Rick.
I'm also going to say Rick Steiner. The answer is Rick. All right, Tyler, we're on the board, baby. We're on the board.
First time for me.
All right, at the 1991 Survivor Series, who eliminated the Big Boss Man from his team? Avalanche, IRS, or the Mountie? Tyler?
I'm going to go IRS.
I'm going to go the Mountie. Tank?
I'm also going to go the Mountie.
Oh, God, we are wrong. Tyler hit us again. It is IRS.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. At the 1987 Survivor Series, one team was Gang, Andre, Bundy, Reed, and... Oh, man, it's back around to me. Shoot. I got to look at the thing. Gang, Andre, Bundy, Reed, Rick Rude. Tank?
I'm going to go DiBiase.
Tyler? This is 1987, by the way.
87. Big John Stud.
Oh, I like that guess. Oh, I'm right, though, baby. Rick Rude. Let's go. All right, I'm on the board. All right. What was the name of outlaw Ron Bass bullwhip? Tank, starting with you.
Oh, boy. Bullwhip.
I
don't even know.
The name of his bullwhip. I don't know either. I'm going to be honest with you. And I just watched a promo he cut, too. I can picture him saying the name, but I don't know. So go ahead.
I don't even know. The Whipper. I don't know.
Tyler?
Shit. The Whip. I don't know. That's the best I got.
Man, I am going to go with... I don't know either, man. I actually don't even have a guess. Miss Betsy. Man, that was tough. Those were trivia questions, man. That was trivia time. We tried.
I did good on the first one I was on. I don't think I've gotten one right in the last 2 episodes.
Tough sledding. All right. Well, with that, it is that time again. It is One Has to Go, where I give you the option for 4 different gimmicks, 4 different wrestlers, 4 different time periods, 4 different things. And one has to go. And we are on that theme of AEW. So I thought one has to go. AEW pillars. In the top left, that is Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF. In the top right, he is the Hollywood babyface, Jack Perry. In the bottom left, he is the only guy who's tried to commit suicide in multiple matches. Say his name with me, Darby Allin. And in the bottom right, he is the guy who I don't even know if he works there anymore, Sammy Guevara. One has to go. AEW pillars. Tank. Hammer it, baby.
Dude, Sammy Guevara's been such a flop. I mean, this guy, I've been saying for months, WWE can have this guy. I don't even want him on TV anymore.
Okay.
His TNT title runs were mid. The only good thing that came out of that TNT title run was Cody's last match.
Yeah, that was a banger. Hammer.
I mean, I didn't hate the Inner Circle stuff, but anything after that, he just hasn't done a fucking thing. I mean, like, you look at all of them, fucking Jack Perry's the reason.
Hold on. He has not done a fucking thing.
He's
I
just
love it. All right.
he's just there.
Well, that was the easy. Look, sometimes I feel like I make these kind of hard. Like I've done a pretty good job the past couple weeks. I do a good job with it. Tank's like, nah, fuck Sammy Guevara. Send it. He sucks.
He's just like you think about it. Like Darby Allin, he gave Sting his best run probably since WCW.
Okay, that's
Jack Perry. Jack Perry is a fucking. This guy is he's the biggest heel in anything.
He has done a great job.
And MJF is MJF. This man's he's gonna be in WWE one day. He's a star.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So we're getting rid of Sammy Guevara. What about you, Tyler? One has to go. AEW pillars. Who are you getting rid of?
Same thing. Sammy Guevara for sure.
Okay.
I agree a lot with what Tank said. I think just a lot of the stuff he's done in AEW, besides have some, he has had a couple good matches. The Inner Circle stuff, Jericho Appreciation Society, it was just not very. I wasn't very in tune with it.
That's fair.
And you look at the other guys, of course, like you said, Darby and Sting, they had some crazy matches over the past few years. MJF, he's one of the ones that's going to lead him into the future, hopefully, and keep building the company. And Jack Perry, I mean, he's really turned it around, because if he would have kept going as Jungle Boy, I think he would be right there with Guevara, So I'm getting rid of Guevara for sure.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I like that. I'm getting rid of Darby Allin.
Oh,
I just don't care.
Tough.
Sammy ain't been on TV. Darby tries to kill himself every other week. And also, why is he back already? Like, why? I don't know.
He got hit by a bus.
That is insane to me, honestly.
Like, what are we doing?
Broke his foot, got hit by a bus.
I don't know, man. Ugh. Yeah, I'm getting rid of Darby Allin. I don't know, man. I just don't. He doesn't do it for me. I get it. And I would have gotten rid of Sammy Guevara if Darby Allin wasn't also on this list.
PJ hates Sting.
I love Sting. I love Sting, first off. I love Sting. Just whatever. Darby Allin's like, whatever.
The magic of Sting's run is because of Darby Allin.
No, that's so sad.
Which is crazy to think about. I never thought that they were going to stick together after that first face-off and on The Winter Is Coming.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought that was kind of strange to me, but it made sense because, of course, Sting being at the age he is, kind of can lean on him as a crutch.
I don't know. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
Can I get rid of two of them? Can I get rid of both him and Sammy?
Yeah, I mean, this man Jack Perry got saved because he.
Hey, real talk. Hey, Barry, that is. You ever seen somebody? I mean, that's a complete. Look, Tank was ready to murder Jack Perry.
The sad part is, I love Jack Perry. I loved him before this. I was praising him before that whole CM Punk thing.
How's that for real glass? Oh, okay.
Dude, him coming out to the symphony, I was eating it up. It was great.
Look, man, nobody's had a career resurgence. Nobody. It's not even a resurgence. No one's had a completely career elevating thing ever happen like that.
CM Punk was really there for the young guys, huh?
Man, I saw somebody post about that today. That was like, anytime someone says they're there for the young talent, run.
Jericho said it on Wednesday. Jericho, he said it in his promo.
We know for a fact Jericho ain't putting nobody over.
Absolutely not.
Ricochet's coming in. You got to go through Jericho.
Oh my God, Ricochet has to be Sunday. I totally forgot. He has to be TBD, right?
No, I think he's locked till the end of next month.
Oh shit, he's still under WWE. I keep thinking
Yeah.
that Braun tried to murder him on TV and he killed him, and so I was like, oh, he's available, but he's not available. Shit, I forgot about that. Damn, I don't know. What a time to
But
be alive.
Dijak is.
Dijak is.
I need Dijak and Keith Lee in AEW. I need it.
Oh shit, I forgot about. I didn't forgot Keith Lee even wrestled there anymore.
He's been hurt since World's End,
Look,
dude.
We'll talk about this last thing. How many wrestlers are signed to AEW? So many.
Sammy Guevara is suspended because he hurt Jeff Hardy, who's not even contracted to AEW anymore.
Oh my god, that's so.
He's been suspended for like 3 months.
3 months.
He's been off TV for a while.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I guess Hardy got concussed and then he did his finish.
Dude, remember when Whip was going like full tilt in the chat off of Sammy Guevara trying to kill Jeff Hardy? Oh shit!
They were like, all right, end it. Sammy's like, hold up, I gotta do my finish. Knees him in the face.
Oh shit! Damn, I forgot about that. I guess I do got to get rid of Sammy Guevara, don't I? Shit. I don't know. Whatever. Oh man. Well, we don't even have a. I'm still world champ. Don't forget it. But 2 world champs, man. Winners today, Tyler and Tank. I let them both win. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Tyler, I'm gonna go with you first, man. What are your final thoughts? What are you excited to see? AEW Forbidden Door. What are you excited about?
Like we mentioned earlier, the Osprey and Swerve match is going to be awesome if I can make it to the end of the card, which is probably going to be like 5-6 hours.
Hell yeah.
We'll definitely rewatch it back if I get to that point. Definitely also want to see, for some reason, the Zack Sabre and Orange Cassidy match.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a really good match, honestly.
Cool.
So,
right.
And I'm just looking forward to continue watching Raw and SmackDown throughout the weeks because it's been phenomenal.
Hell yeah. I mean, I don't know if they can have any more Bloodline guys show up, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah, me
Who
too.
knows?
They got to get who's the one that got buried on Raw by Shane McMahon? I can't think of his name.
By Shane?
Yeah, remember they had when Roman was the big dog, and they had Shane and Drew as a team, and they brought the one. I can't think of. Is it Lance?
They brought one of them out for real?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No.
Yeah, it was before they fought at
Bruh,
Extreme Rules.
First off,
I think.
Hold on. Look, I hate Roman. Ben hated Roman. Can't stand him. Think he's terrible. But they probably did bring out Lance. He doesn't wrestle there anymore. He obviously didn't wrestle there then, but hold on. I'm gonna type this in my Google machine here.
When do you think Roman comes back?
Hopefully never.
I want it to be SummerSlam, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's probably going to be Mania next year.
Hold on. Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre, Barry, and Anoa'i. Let me see. I'm trying to see. I don't see it here. Oh, here we go. One of Roman's cousins. This literally happened. This is for real?
I told you.
This can't be real.
Listen, you want to ask me about the 1980s? I can't tell you a fucking thing. You ask me about anything in the last 25 years, I could tell you about it.
Hold on, I gotta see. It is Lance Anoa'i. Okay. Yeah, they should bring him back out. Samoan Dynasty.
Isn't that the guy that teamed with Jacob? Or Zilla? Whatever.
Zilla is the one that teamed with this is, I can't believe I'm looking this up.
The Bloodline's going to turn out to be like the MWO here soon if they get any more members.
I said that to somebody. I was like, they just keep adding.
Yep.
They just keep adding guys. Oh, shit. Zilla Fatu. All right, Tank, man, what are you excited about, dude?
I forgot to mention this before. I don't know if anybody knew this, but Jerry the King Lawler is a free agent. He's a free agent. If they don't get Jerry the King Lawler and JR on AEW commentary, like an absolute savage, just do it. Do it for the fucking
Do it for
I
the
mean, that'll
people.
pull in viewers. That'll bring in the attitude era guys. They'll tune in for that.
I agree with
But
that.
man, I want Shane McMahon. I want him to come out on Forbidden Door.
All right. Well, who knows? Forbidden Door this Sunday. We're excited about it here. It is Around the Mat Pod. Thank y'all for joining us again. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching. Shout out to Tank and Tyler for joining us. Until next time, man, when we go around the mat.